This is a great honor for every fan of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm honored to be in the NFL.
What can I say? Mamba out.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the afternoon show presented by ESCN. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. How's it going?
Going pretty well. Pretty well.
I gotta fix a couple of things real quick.
Well, it's going pretty well. Pablo's going to move stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know how such a small chihuahua can make so much noise trying to get up on a couch where there's 10 feet of room to get up on the couch.
I've been trying to figure it out for a while now.
Well, Chris, let's start off with the Pacers in Oklahoma. Big game 6 tonight. Pacers at home, a must win. If they lose, they're done. Try to get 3-3 and try to get to game 7 where anything can happen. You also got Halliburton, game time decision. I think if he can walk, he plays. It's just, I think that's the type of guy he is. Unless, do you think Carlisle, if Carlisle thought that he couldn't play, that Carlisle would step in and say, "Look, you're not well enough to play"?
Yeah. If they didn't think that he could be effective, I don't think that Carlisle will put him out there. I saw some video of him yesterday at shoot around. I mean, he wasn't running or anything, but just moving around. He looked like he was moving decent. Wasn't limping a whole lot. So I think a lot of it is just going to. Just with the muscle like that, is how tight does it get? I think the bigger worry isn't if he's going to play. Is when he plays. After he plays that first quarter, and then they take him out,
Yep.
and he goes over and sits on the bench. Is it going to tighten up and really start aggravating him? Then I think beginning, I think he'll be good because it'll be loose. You know what I mean? And you're out there running. But I think when he stops to take a break, that's when it scares me a little bit because it can tighten up on him. But I think he plays. Like I said, I saw some video of him shoot around. From what Sham said earlier was they'll have their shoot around 5:00, and that's basically when as long as there's no setbacks, he expects that Halliburton's going to be playing tonight. So, and just like Udonis Haslam said, I mean, like this is the finals. Like, yeah, in the regular season he probably wouldn't play. He'd probably be out a week and a half, 2 weeks. But I mean, this is the finals. If you can be out there, you're going to be out there. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Is it something like they could do, like in football? I've seen players be injured with a leg injury, and they'll be on the sidelines on a bike or something like that. Is that something? Is that something they could do? I mean, could he go back to the locker room and get on a bike?
I don't know what he's squealing about, but man, it's sharp. Actually, I don't even think you have to go back to the locker room. I think they usually a lot of times, if you look there, a lot of times they'll have a bike over there off to the side, off to the bench, going like back toward that tunnel. You'll see guys sometimes on a bike or something trying to stay loose. So they could do something like that. I know last game they were icing it, or it looked like ice, or had some kind of wrap on. I guess it could have been heat, but they were put that wrap on with heat or ice when he was on the bench. So, but I think Pacers. Like I said yesterday, I think Pacers are going to win tonight. I think Halliburton's going to have. I think he's going to have a good game tonight. But even if something works out and he don't play, I still think we can win this game tonight.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, like I said, the other game we was right there with them, and Halliburton didn't have many points. We can't turn the ball over. Our crowd's going to be going crazy. We got to get off to a good start, and then. But yeah, I thought the Pacers would win this series, and I had said in 6, and it looked like it was setting up where we were going to have a good shot to win it in 6, and we blew that game at home.
Yep.
Game 4. Now we put ourselves in a tough situation, but I expect the Pacers to win tonight. I fully believe it's going to go 7 games, and then you get to a game 7, anything can happen, and we've proven that we can beat them there. So it's not like if we get to a game 7, we're going there with our heads down, like, oh, we can't win a game in OKC. No. We won one there, and we've been in the other one. We were there in the fourth quarter. So I mean,
we'll have a chance. Pacers are that type of team. They've been that type of team all year long. Now, I'm not saying, oh, if we make a game 7, we will definitely win the game. I'm not saying that. Oklahoma's a great team, but I think we got a shot. Being the fact that it's on the road, I'd give, if we make a game 7, I'd give us about a 45% chance of winning. We'll give it 50-50 because Oklahoma's at home. If we was home, I'd give us by a 55% chance.
If we can force a game 7, it puts all the pressure back on OKC because they're the huge favorites.
Oh yeah, they're 6.5 now, I think. I believe.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, well, not even that. They've been the huge favorites to win the series from the beginning.
Yep.
So if we can, if we do force a game 7, I mean, that puts a lot more pressure on them. I think the Pacers will be a little looser because nobody expected them to be here.
Yeah.
Other than Pacer fans, but I mean,
the main thing I hope for tonight, we show up and we play well. If they just better than us and they beat us, that's one thing. But I just hope we play well, play a good game.
I think we will.
And I think Halliburton will have a good game if he plays. I just don't know if he'll score a lot of points. I think the biggest key is for him to be in that 10, 11, 12 assists. If he can get 20 points, that's a bonus. But if he only scores 12 or 14, that's fine as long as he's got those 10, 11, 12 assists. If we can be up around that 25, 26 assist mark as a team, I think we have a really good chance to win. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
The main thing is you can't turn the ball over 22 times, like 23 times. Because last game, that was different. Yeah, we turned the ball over in that first game and won, but a lot of those were dead ball turnovers, and we were able to keep them from scoring points. Last game, we had 20-something turnovers, and they scored 30-something points off of them because a lot of them were live ball turnovers, and it just led to easy layups. And like I said, we got the game within 2 and then turned the ball over four straight possessions, and boom, it's right back to 13 and then that's when I finally said, okay, this game's over.
Yeah, we had our
because I ain't gonna lie, before that, I was going to that fourth quarter, I was feeling good. Like
I was too.
And we started the fourth quarter great.
And all the momentum aboard did it change, and it did change quick. It happens, you know. Oklahoma's that type of team that can do it. Just like the Pacers can go with momentum, Oklahoma can do that too. So it should be a great game tonight. Hopefully Pacers can pull one out. So we'll see what happens. Let's stick with the NBA a little bit. We have a big story with the Lakers. So to Mark Walter, the owner of the LA Dodgers. It was for like what, $10 billion or something like that? What do you think about that, Chris?
Well, he was already a part. I guess he was already a minority. Might have been like a minority owner in it of the Lakers, and then he bought more. Now he is the majority owner. I think they said the Buss family still owns 15% now.
Okay.
And Jenny Buss is still going to be the governor for a period of time. And stuff. But I guess as of right now, the Buss family will still own 15%. But the way Shams was talking, that sometime in the future, he expects that Walter will buy him the rest of the way out and where they don't own any. But I mean, that's a heck of an investment for the Buss family. I mean, the dad bought it all those years ago for like 67 million, and then now you sell it 40 something years later for 10 billion.
You're hard to turn down,
and you still have some ownership. It's not like, I mean, you didn't give up. You're not the majority owner, so you're not making the decisions and stuff anymore. But I thought it was interesting because the only one everybody talks about is Jenny Buss, but there's like 5 kids that own that own the Lakers. So there was a vote. I mean, like they had a vote to whether to sell it or not. And I guess it wasn't unanimous. From what Shams was saying, it wasn't a unanimous vote. I guess there was at least one, maybe 2 of them that was against it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's crazy. Do you think there'll be some big changes? I mean, he's got a lot of money, so but business wise, does it change things that much. It ain't like baseball. Baseball's different than NBA. People think that it's going to be just like the Dodgers. I think the system, at least right now, is set up different.
Yeah.
So I don't think it can be just like that.
No, in the NBA, you with the new aprons that they put on the luxury tax, like if you go so far over the salary cap, then you start losing draft picks and there's other penalties and stuff that affect your roster. So it really limits. They're trying to make it basically where you can't go over the salary cap as much. So because they're trying to limit like the super team per se. It'll be interesting. I don't think it'll be a real big change just because of that rule. Like it ain't like the guy can just come in and just try to throw money around because I mean I guess you could do that for a year or two, but it's going to put your team in such a mess that it's going to take forever to build out of it. I mean look at the mess Phoenix has herself in from where they've quote unquote went all in the last couple of years with Durant and Bill and Booker and all them guys paying all that money over the luxury tax and didn't make the playoffs, and then now basically now they're trying to get rid of Durant and no they can't get what they want for him.
No, well, yeah, and the markets went crazy. So, and Durant's a different. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you are just missing a piece, Durant could go on your team and possibly help you win a championship. I believe that. But if you're missing more than one piece because of his age and everything, I don't think that's a good fit. So you don't want to.
What's up, Juan?
It's tough. Just how much do you give up? I mean, the way some of these teams have given up, just like that one player doesn't get, they give up 4 or 5 draft picks for Bain. That was, I mean, to me, I'm not saying Bain's not a good player. I just think it was too much to give up.
Oh yeah, I agree.
And a lot of it depends on how much you. I mean, there's teams out there that there's no doubt. I don't care what anybody says. Durant can help.
Oh yeah.
Do you think Durant? But the question is, what do you give up? I was going to ask you, do you think Durant could help Houston get to a championship? I think so, but it also depends on what they give up to get him.
Well, the thing is, though, what it's probably going to end up being with Durant is it's probably going to be a 3 or 4 team deal to make the money and everything match up. Because a lot of teams they're not going to be able to make things match up. So I think it's going to be there'll be probably 2 or probably 3 or 4 teams involved in that deal as well. Yeah, it just depends on what you give up. I mean, I think he's going to end up in Houston. That's where I think he's going to end up at.
San Antonio's got interest in him, and I think would be a good fit on San Antonio also. I keep hearing the Miami Heat. Do you think he'd be a good fit for the Heat?
I mean, he'd be a good fit.
Do you think that would put the Heat up into the, maybe top 3 or top 4 teams in the East?
They probably, I don't know if you put them top 3 or 4, it'd help them a lot. And if they can stay healthy, if Hero can stay healthy, but I mean, you'd have Adebayo. I mean, they have a pretty good team, and we saw what they were able to do when they had Jimmy Butler with them as well. So.
Well, let's move on from that. I seen earlier today the Houston Rockets signed their coach to a big extension and a lot of money. I think he's going to be one of the highest paid coaches now. What would you think about that?
And it didn't surprise me. He's proven to be a pretty good coach so far. I mean, he took the Celtics to the finals his first season there, which I wouldn't say was fully his team because he took over, but he'd been there as an assistant and stuff. So I give him a lot of credit for that. But then, I mean, what he's done in Houston, what he's done so far in Houston with that young team, made it to the playoffs this year after not having a good year last year. So I think it was smart by Houston to go ahead and get him locked in. But I mean, the problem is in the NBA, even if you sign a big deal like that, I mean, they could fire him next year, or the year after. Like we see coaches win a championship next year get fired. So,
yeah, that's been crazy.
Just because you get that big extension doesn't mean you're going to be there be there that whole time. But I think he has the Rockets going in the right direction. So I think it's a good move.
I agree. I thought it was a good move. I know Jay will be happy, and Joe will be happy. He's a good coach, and he's turned Houston around probably quicker than what most people would have expected. So Houston's definitely on the rise. So I think it was a good move by Houston. Moving on, I was going to let me see here. Let's go. I did want to talk to you about the Reds. Reds are losing right now, but they've won like 9 out of their last 11 or 12. Playing really good, 4 or 5 games over 500. What do you, in your mind, attribute this to? I mean, I know, is it just the coach getting more familiar with his team, the team getting more familiar with him, trying to get healthy, which they're still not completely healthy. It seems like they get one guy back and another guy goes off. But the Reds are starting to play better baseball. Win or lose, they are playing better baseball than they were, other than maybe today. But what's your thoughts on that?
I think the biggest difference is over the last few weeks, we've been scoring runs consistently. We're early part of the season, we have a game where we score 14 runs, and then that meant the next 3 games we weren't going to score any. Yeah. Here, the last 2-3 weeks, we've consistently been scoring 5 to like 7 runs. And if you can score 5 runs in a baseball game, you're going to have a good chance of winning that game, especially with we got a pretty decent pitching staff. So, if we can score 5 runs, a lot of times that's going to give us a good chance. And if you look the last 3-4 series, we've been getting to like 5, in between 5 to 7 runs. And I think that's been the biggest thing is we've started to get some hits when we got guys on. Where early in the season we get guys on and we couldn't move them over at all. And it seems like here lately we've been able to move guys over. Hopefully we can keep it up, especially because we're not. We can get Hayes back. That'll help our hitting, and then of course get Hunter Green back in our pitching lineup. So Lodolo had a good game last night, a good start last night. That game didn't go all 9 innings last night either. But we had control of the game, and then it started raining again because game was supposed to start at 10 after 7. Didn't start till almost 9:30.
Yeah, it was 9:30. Yeah, I was getting ready to go to work, and I seen the game just started.
And then it started pouring again in like the 7th.
Yeah. I'm really excited to get Hayes back. Hayes has been consistently our best hitter, but he's just had some injury problems. I think we get him back. Of course, got to get Hunter Green healthy. Martinez is warming me right now. He's not pitched well the last few starts. He had not a good start today, even though the Reds are going to win this series, though. So, that's good. Anytime you can win series, that's going, they're not going to get sweeps all the time.
I'll be like 3-4 series in a row.
Yeah, we won, yeah. So, I'm excited. Just for Jay and Joe, I'll bring that up because Joe mentioned in the comments. The Yankees lost again, so they've lost 6 in a row. It happens, man. You can be the best team in the league. The Dodgers has had some struggles, but not that because of their pitching problems. But you can lose 3 or 4 games, 6 games. Who knows how they might go on a 12-game losing streak? You just don't know. Then they might come back and win 12. Baseball's a long season. Yeah. If it was only 80-game series, I'd be a lot 80-game season. I'd be more worried.
Or if this was late July, early like in August, and you're going on but being in late or middle of June, it's just hard.
Not even the halfway point yet. So but the Yankees did lose a kid, and they're struggling.
Yeah, they are.
They're struggling. They're definitely struggling. Next up, I have Baltimore Ravens signing Jerry Alexander. I think that's a great pickup.
Oh yeah, that's real good. If he can stay healthy, that's it. The only knock on him is if he can be on the field. When he's on the field, he's a real good corner. But over the last couple of years, he's had some injury issues. And he's on a contract here too, so he's going. If he's healthy, he's going to be out there trying to ball because he's going to try to get another decent deal before he retires. So I think it's a great pickup. My only worry is if he stays healthy. But if he stays healthy, that's going to help that a defense that's already pretty damn good. Going to help that secondary even more. So
and if they had a weakness, their secondary at times can be, and he's one of the better cornerbacks in the league. When he's, like you said, when he's healthy. Some people say he's the best.
Yeah.
So big pickup for them. Next, I want to touch a little bit on the College World Series. We're down to our final two teams. Coastal Carolina beat Louisville yesterday, and LSU hung on and beat Arkansas 6-5.
Arkansas choked that game away last night.
I got to see a little bit. Of course, I had to go to work. I think LSU might have been up one or Arkansas up one when I went to work, but I've seen LSU won 6-5. So that means we're going to have LSU and Coastal Carolina in the best of three series starting Friday. Chris, what do you think? I mean, Coastal Carolina's won 26, 27 straight, but I don't know. I'm not saying they have or haven't. Have they faced a? They faced some good teams in the College World Series. I'm not saying they haven't, but LSU was the sixth ranked team in the country. They've been here many, many times. I think Coastal Carolina did win a championship maybe back 2015, 2016, but it's been a while. Who would you pick here, LSU or Coastal Carolina?
I think it's going to be a real good series. It's going to be interesting. I think because I could see either team winning. I think it's probably going to go 3 games. I'm going to go Coastal Carolina just because they're the kind of a little bit of a, I guess if you want to say an underdog, because LSU has the big name. So I'm going to go with Coastal Carolina because I like to see the underdog kind of win. But I expect to go 3 games because both these teams. I've watched a little bit of both of them. Both of them are good. LSU got lucky last night. Oh, they should have been playing a game today. Arkansas choked that, so that helps LSU because then you didn't have to go deeper into your pitching as well. You know, what I mean, because I'd really gave Coastal Carolina an advantage if LSU would have had to play another game before playing them.
Yeah, I picked Coastal Carolina when the World Series started, when it was down to the final 8 teams, just because I looked at the bracket and I thought their bracket was pretty favorable for them, and it's worked out pretty good for them. LSU had a lot rougher road, with Arkansas. So I had to beat Arkansas twice, and they did it twice. I mean, they beat them the first time 4-1, this time 6-5.
Yeah, Arkansas made some errors there in that late in that game that really hurt them.
It should, like you said, it should be a pretty good series. And that's one thing. Coastal Carolina hits the ball, man. They seem like they just hit the ball.
Yeah, they get guys on base. That's for sure.
Well, the next thing I have is the top 25 greatest athletes of all time. And it's from GiveMeSport.com. And I'm going to ask you, who do you think that they have number 1?
Greatest athlete of all time?
Yes. Some of these blow me away, but this one didn't surprise me.
Well, they got Phelps.
No, he's pretty high up there. Number 1, they had Michael Jordan.
I figured it'd be Phelps because of all his gold medals. A lot of people say that that was the only reason I guessed him, because I was trying to think of somebody like the public would.
I'm gonna give you from 20 to 11, and then let's see if you can come up with some of the people that may be in the top 10. Number 20, they had Jim Brown, famous running back, NFL. Jesse Owens, track and field. Number 19, Cristiano Ronaldo, yeah, soccer. This guy I've never heard of. Donald Brandman, cricket. He's at number 17. Tom Brady, number 16. What do you think about Brady being one of the greatest athletes?
I guess, if you go by accomplishments, yeah, but if you just go by athletic ability,
This one, see if it shocks you, because it shocked me. Number 15, Bruce Lee, from martial arts. Number 14, Tiger Woods. Golf. Number
I ain't gonna lie, I thought Tiger would be higher.
Number 12, Joe Montana, NFL. Number 12, this was one I thought would be higher, LeBron James, NBA. Number 12. Number 11, Lionel Messi, soccer. And then, okay, top 10. Is there any names that you think should be on, that I haven't said yet, that you think should be on the list?
Let me think. They got Peyton Manning on there. I would say probably not, since Tom
No.
Brady was
No, he wasn't in
that
the,
low.
he wasn't in the top 20. There was one that I thought
They got Bo Jackson on there.
Bo Jackson's number 7. See, now when you
I think
of
that's
athlete,
high. I think that's high.
you think he should be? What do you think he should be? You think he's too high in the top 10?
Yeah, just because because of his injury, we didn't get to see that much.
Well, that's
much
true.
of him.
Accomplishment,
Now, athletic ability, yes,
yeah,
but
yeah.
But you know what I mean. Like, we didn't get to see it that much. Deion Sanders is probably on there, isn't he?
No
Deion Sanders.
That's shocking.
Damn.
Number 10.
I think
One that I didn't think about, and he's on here, and I think it was a good pick, but I was surprised.
Muhammad Ali's probably on there.
Muhammad Ali was number 2. Great athlete, but do you think he's that high of an athlete?
They have trying to think who else.
This one maybe probably won't surprise you, but it should, because he wasn't. I don't know. He was a great athlete. Number 6, Babe Ruth.
I was getting ready to say Babe Ruth's probably on there because, hey, remember, he's a great athlete. He was able to do all that drunk. If you go by our buddy Jay's logic, he was able to put up all them numbers drunk. So
I'm gonna give you 10 through 6, and then let's see. Number 10, Roger Federer, tennis player. Number 9, this is a good one, I think. Pele, the soccer player. He was a fantastic athlete. Fantastic. Another one, because he did everything: the Olympics, football, did other sports too. Jim Thorpe, kind of before our time, even like my time, kind of. Bo Jackson was 7, 6, Babe Ruth, and okay. So what do you think about the top 5 now? Which I already Jordan and Ali, so you're missing 3, 4, and 5.
yeah, I don't know.
Number 5, Michael Phelps, swimmer. This one is a pretty good one. Number 4, Wayne Gretzky. Okay.
Yeah.
And then number 3, and I think it's a pretty good one too. Same boat, the track and field guy. So is there any name that I said that just, what the hell are they doing on this list?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm kind of surprised LeBron ain't. I'm surprised Dion's not on the top 20.
Yeah, I'm surprised Dion.
I thought LeBron would be in the top 10. But looking at the top 10, in your opinion, who's a better athlete? Roger Federer or LeBron James? I mean, it's tough because LeBron can't do what Federer does, but Federer can't do what LeBron does. I think LeBron could do more athletic things overall than Federer.
Yeah, probably.
But do you consider Tiger Woods a great athlete?
I was kind of surprised Tiger Woods wasn't higher on the list. But I mean, if you're going by like athletic ability, I get that. But like if you're going by like what he done for the sport and like everything, like he'd have to be higher than. That's I mean, I guess it just depends on how you look at it.
I
mean, like Tiger, like he made golf popular.
One that I thought,
a lot more mainstream, a lot more mainstream, I should say.
One that I thought might have been on there was Walter Payton, but he didn't make it. Yeah, Deion surprised me. I thought, Deion for what he did for baseball and football.
Yeah.
Ricky Henderson, another one. There's a lot of great athletes. They had a top 100. I didn't look at all of them.
His name is escaping my head, but the defensive lineman that just retired from the Rams.
Donald.
Yeah. I mean, I'd put him right up there as one of the best athletes, like pure athletes ever. Like Aaron Donald, isn't it? Yeah. I couldn't I would say that he would be. You can make a case that he'd be on a list like that. You know what I mean?
Do you think Muhammad Ali deserves to be top 2? I mean, being a boxer and fight
Yeah,
15,
yeah.
especially back then, they
And-
fought 15 rounds.
And you throw in his legacy and everything. I would say so. Let me ask you this, because there's some track guys on there. You got guys in the NFL that can run like 4.2s and stuff. Like if you're just going by pure athletic ability, I mean, there's some of them guys you probably could.
Yeah. Well, the reason I thought Jim Thorpe is just.
I'm not saying them guys shouldn't be on there.
No, Thorpe was a football player. He even played baseball. I think he did basketball.
Because I'll be honest with you, I was kind of.
He did decathlon.
I was kind of surprised that what's his name wasn't on there from track and field. Lewis.
Oh yeah, heck.
Is it Carl?
Carl Lewis, yeah.
I was surprised his name wasn't on there from track and field.
Joe, you're saying Tom Brady. You're surprised Tom Brady's on the list, or because he's at number 16? I think Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback ever played a game. But I don't know if he's a great athlete.
That's one. Like if I think of track and field in the Olympics and stuff, that's one of the names that automatically. I guess it was because when I was a kid, I watched them a lot in all the Olympics and stuff. But yeah, Carl Lewis, like that'd be a name. Some people are going to say here in a few years or here years down the road, Ohtani.
Yeah. Yeah, because he pitches and can hit and play the field. I thought that was pretty interesting, though. Do you agree with Jordan being one?
Yeah. I think if you combine his athletic ability and then you combine that with the legacy and the brand, he's still like, I mean, he ain't for how many years, and he's still his brand is still the top selling, one of the top selling brands. You know what I mean? His name is still even kids that never got to see him play still. You know what I mean? They know who Michael Jordan is. Yeah. So I mean, I think you'd have to have him up there.
Most people don't follow the sport know who Michael Jordan is, and I think LeBron's heading that direction too.
I think LeBron should be higher than what he is. And you know me, I'm not the biggest LeBron fan. I respect his game. Like, dude can play. I just never been.
Because they claimed he was a really good football player and stuff too.
Yeah.
That's what they claimed.
Oh yeah, I mean, as big as he is, and to be able to move like he does, he's definitely athletic as hell. Like he's a freak.
Yeah, when I think of athlete, Tom Brady don't come to my mind. He's the greatest quarterback ever played. It's like Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was one of the greatest quarterbacks. He ain't no athlete.
No, Eli was a better athlete.
Yeah.
Like athletically.
Yeah.
Can move better than Peyton, but Peyton was.
What do you think about Joe Montana being on that list? I mean, he was above Brady, but athletically, you know.
Yeah, Montana can move. He can. But if you're going to have Montana on there, you can almost put Steve Young on there too.
Well, eventually,
Steve Young was athletic as hell.
Well, eventually, you could put the quarterback from Baltimore.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson.
Definitely head in that direction. Well, Chris, that's all I got. You got anything you want to touch on today before we get out of here?
No, I think we basically covered it. Hopefully, Pacers close it out, but extend the series tonight. Get a big win at home and force a Game 7 on Sunday.
Yep, Game 7 Sunday in Oklahoma. So hopefully we can have a Game 7, have an opportunity. I hope we'll see, man. Go Pacers. Me and you won't be on tomorrow. I think J&M's doing something. Just keep an eye on the network. I think they're doing something. But me and Chris, we're going to a big wrestling show this weekend on Friday and Saturday and covering it. So we have to go set up and we'll be able to do the show. We'll be traveling. It's out of town. All right, everybody have a good weekend and go Pacers.
Why is this showing me what I wanted to? Well, we might be leaving. Ain't let me do nothing. There it goes. All right, we appreciate everybody watching. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube, Back Gonzo Sports Room, and at ESEN. And we'll see you guys. Well, we won't see you guys till Monday, but somebody will see you guys tomorrow.
Yep.